to check in and see how Ashened and Testina are holding up after yesterday's lore card. You guys smash the link, grab out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more on us content as per usual. Leave a comment down below. Want to be walking away with a booster pack as per usual. So, what in the world is going on right now with Supreme Darkness just here on the quick shout out? Remember, discount code MCO40 save you on your purchase on anything that you need over here. I see that the Primite is actually sold out this morning. Oh, that's crazy. And Eclipse is up to $2. Uh-oh. That's it's all very interesting. I see our Penguin down here has also become a bestseller literally over the course of the night, and the Hero Core is still moving as it should be. Okay, I see you. Now remember, same thing over here. Kong's Cards, discount code MCO40, save you on your purchase on anything you might need over here. A Baoq still going. I see Primite still doing its thing over here as well. Template Skipper still looking like a good card, but possibly anything that you are going to need on this set. Both Kong's and Gamer's Choice will have you set for. So like I said, discount code MCO40, save you on your purchase on anything that you might need. Now, Vidos, the Dragon of Extinction. Well, so now that we have, I guess, a lore tie-in together for this, and now that I know that Tainted Testina is getting its crap blown out by Vidos' blast, I'm just chuckling a little bit more at this. I guess I always knew this card was, like, decent, but you got still the flat line down here doing its thing. In terms of your sales data, I mean, 115 yesterday moved quite a bit of these across the board. Lowest being available, heading on up to the $50 mark. It's only like I think it's about a $10 increase. Well, it's 5 up to 10 for an increase on this. Now, of course, the Vido Fusion, the really cool one, I think it was like 27 bucks. That still is. You can still get one here really cheap. You move on up to the $32 mark, on up to 35. I don't see anything really too nuts on this. Yeah, very few copies of these actually moved yesterday on the hype train for that. So that's good. Meanwhile, you know, Vidos down here, see, I love the market price. Yeah, it was what, like 16 bucks it showed. In terms of what you've had for the last little bit, I mean, we moved up to being a $22 card, with bearing to be a $25 card. So the Vidos is still doing what Vidos does, still has no reprint. I am curious to know if we will get a reprint the closer that we do get to, you know, having this stuff touchdown, but that's A-okay. And then what's our other Vidos stuff looking at? Awakening of Vidos. And this is 15 bucks, 18 listing still. Awakening of the Vidos, though, you're ultra rare for this. This is actually kind of crazy. This is a solid $4 to $5 card pretty much all day long for Awakening. That's definitely not what I expected. And then Vidos, the Endless Dragon of Darkness here coming in at, like, what, $2? So, okay, that's not too terrible. You flip on over here to the Ashen side of things. Yeah, of course, right? The Priestess, the one that we all did kind of care about. So you have one cheap one here for 31, and then going up to 38, on up to 40. What other cheap copies existed of this, the way it looks? 35, 33. Yeah, it looks like we've had a decent amount of little movements across the board, so can't say I'm surprised about that. In terms of, wow, these actually did move up. That's, $7 on up to $8, a lot of money to be throwing at this thing, considering the fact that 8, 6, 7, yeah, you had a lot of, holy crap, a lot more people came through here and picked up this stuff than I thought. Well, Priestess of the Ashen City actually has a decent number. Definitely was what I was expecting. Is that, I think everything else for the Ashen deck is extremely cheap. Except for Obsidian here. This is actually kind of crazy too. Super rare Obsidians are actually hitting on up to about the $1 mark right now. You will solidly be $1 here relatively soon, so can't really say that I'm surprised about that one, but that's actually just kind of insane to see. Of course, King, 30 cents, yeah, you just get down here into the rest of this, and, you know, it's really worth nothing, but okay, that was a little bit more of a takeoff than I thought. Now, what about our friends over here in the Testina room? Well, Crystal Gods look like they have not budged hardly at all. I see 13, 14, 15 bucks here, effectively all day long, so it's not that much. You had a few move, like, looks like about 2 playsets move. for this. So you can definitely tell that Tistina struggling a little bit out here. Demigod, poor guy, literally like a $12 card. Man got new support and literally nobody wants it. It's actually kind of hilarious. You've had more movements across the board with Ashened than this. Of course, the divinity that defies darkness. Oh man, this shit is so freaking cool. These are only $11, so that's actually hilarious. Poor Tistina, man. And then Tainted here. Nobody wants Tainted, man. Even if it's a one of in the deck, we can't even get this thing to move. See what I mean? This is just him getting blasted by Vitos here. But yeah, $6. Well, congratulations. I guess you've officially lived here long enough to know that, I mean, you can get a Crystal God, Tistina, for 4 cents, 10 cents. How does that make you feel, knowing that this is the cheap budget deck of things out here? Moving on along here, and then the 14 cents. Well, I found the budget deck, everybody. Can you identify the budget deck? And then, of course, the Divine Domain Ballastina. These are, man, the QCR for this is actually cheaper on here than I thought it was going to be. You're looking at $8-9 for these, which is insane to be seeing how low that those have actually gone. And of course, your Ultra Ballastinas, these are 10 cents, man. Like, even if this archetype doesn't initially, go too crazy or go too sideways, at least you know that if you want to pick up a Tistina core, even after the release of the new card support, this shit is so cheap, it's ridiculous. So that's very good to know. So what's going on with the Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck? So a few people have been flipping out recently that the Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck is too goddamn much money. And I came down here and I was like, yeah, so you're telling me that I can pick up a Blue Eyes structure deck and it's going to cost me $19 to pick this up. Well, I understand why you're a little bit upset about this, because this is actually kind of nuts. And I kind of see the frustration. You're spending $60 on 3 of these. Now, I mean, that does, include shipping. So, I mean, I guess that's a little bit of a trade-off for things, because, packaging these up is probably going to cost you, what, like $7 to ship out. So that's not too bad. But don't worry, our friends over here at the Kong's Cards do have 3 available now. Obviously, there is shipping on this, but if you were looking at getting some things possibly combined on around out here to get these, set up and good to go, there might be a good opportunity for you to get that a little bit cheaper. So I do recommend checking this out. Like I said, discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase over here as well. Not only do they still have the pre-sales up and running for everything else, but this is a good opportunity to kind of consider, hey, I might want to pick up some Blue Eye structure decks and get these up and going for collection. And this card has been having an interesting little discussion as of recently. So a few people have been going, well, Robbie, we have an alternative to make Abal Q out here if the mini Underworld Goddess ends up getting banned out here in the future. And, I don't necessarily see that happening. I mean, the card does facilitate the entire Fiendsmith package and does allow some pretty stupid interactions. Like, I don't think anybody's going to deny that part here. But the fact that this card is also a little bit more generic than our counter friend out here, being able to use tokens and things to make this card has constantly been falling down in price. I mean, you're currently sitting at about $7 per copy of these right now. Your last sale for this was, literally on 113 at the $7 mark. Realistically, I don't foresee Konami wanting to blow up the mini Underworld Goddess. I think it's important to know that, having this as an alternative for Abal Q does in fact exist if you were looking for another option tree. But for the time being, I just don't think that Konami's going to go, hey, we're going to blow this thing up, because then that just kind of defeats the purpose of everything that's been kind of going on right now. So I just wanted to kind of put that into perspective where I'm lying on this. It's a cool idea for sure, but I'm gonna hold on this for a bit. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And, well, you guys have a good rest of your day, all right? patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.